What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We're here with the Los Angeles Chargers team breakdown, so let's get right into it. Last season, 10-7, second in the AFC West, fifth in the AFC, and lost in the wild card round of the playoffs. On paper, looks like a good season, but based on my expectations and a lot of other people's expectations for the team after the offseason they had last year, kind of disappointing for the Chargers. Mostly a result of injuries. Herbert dealt with, I think, broken ribs for most of the season. The receiving core was injured a lot. The defense had injuries. So, not necessarily the fault of the team, just unfortunate circumstances. But still successful, made the playoffs. Looking at additions, not much there. Just you add Eric Hendrickson, should be a solid linebacker for them. Looking at losses, also nothing major here. Mostly depth pieces on defense, and then Chase Daniels was your backup quarterback. So Kyle Van Noy, Bryce Callahan, Nasir Adderley, Drew Tranquill, Braden Fehoko, all mostly depth pieces. Shouldn't make too much of an impact. And you add Eric Hendricks to that defense as well. Looking at the draft class, you start with Quentin Johnson in the first round. I think it's a good pick for them because that receiver room dealt with a lot of injuries last year. It's good to add more depth. And also, Keenan Allen's time with the team might be coming to an end, so you can expect Quentin Johnson to take over for him in the future at some point. You also get to Tuli Tuipulotu, the edge rusher out of USC. Just add to that defensive line, which is already pretty strong with Joey Bosa and Khalil Mack. You get Diane Henley, I like that pick. And then this is a fun thing I noticed about their draft class. They get Quentin Johnson round one. They also get his TCU teammate Darius Davis, another wide receiver from TCU. And then their last pick, they select Max Duggan, who's the TCU quarterback. So they've kind of built the TCU offense in this draft class, which I think is just a fun little thing. Max Duggan will fill in at probably the backup role behind Herbert. You also bring in Jordan McFadden, interior offensive lineman out of Clemson, as well as Scott Matlock, defensive tackle out of Boise State. So yeah, overall solid draft class. Looking at their opponents, it is a pretty tough schedule. Obviously, they have to play their own division, but also the AFC East and NFC North, which could be tough, and also the Ravens, Cowboys, and Titans. Titans, not so much, but Ravens and Cowboys could both be difficult games. Looking at a ceiling, I think the roster is talented enough for a 13-4 season. I don't think they can sweep the Chiefs. I think they can sweep the Raiders and Broncos. The NFC North, I think you can beat all four of those teams. I think you can beat the Ravens and Cowboys at home. I think you can beat the Titans. I think you can beat the Patriots. I do have them losing here to the Bills, Dolphins, and Jets. Those are all tough games. I could see the Chargers winning any of those, but I don't really see them having a higher ceiling than 13-4. So those are the games I have selected as the most likely losses. Looking at their floor, I do think this team will have a winning record next season. But I could see them getting swept by the Chiefs, splitting the Broncos, who I do think will be improved this season. I'll touch on that in the Broncos team breakdown that will come out later this week. Still losing to the Bills, Dolphins, and Jets here, and also losing to the Ravens and Cowboys, which I think those could both be close, tough games for the Chargers. You still beat the Lions and Bears at home, Patriots, Packers, Titans, Vikings. I think those are all very winnable. As for my actual record prediction, I have an 11-6. I think you can split the Chiefs and Broncos, sweep the Raiders, lose to the Bills, Dolphins, and Jets, as I've had in all three of these scenarios. Sweep the NFC North, beat the Ravens, Vikings, Titans, lose to the Cowboys, and that would result in an 11-6 record, which I think is appropriate for the Chargers. I still think that this is one of the best rosters in football. We just haven't really seen them put everything together, and I'm just kind of waiting for that. I hyped them up a lot last year. Not going to go as far in that this year, but I still am very confident with this team. So, yeah, that's all I have to say about the Chargers. Thank you very much for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, feel free to subscribe for weekly NFL content. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye.